Hey guys, I'm going to show how I make socca, which is a chickpea bread that is typical for south of France, apparently, Nice. I one time went to Nice and I really liked it. They had really nice beach and everything, and I sometimes wish I can go back there, you know. So I'm gonna start and I'm going to show you. I tried actually this recipe now in the afternoon because I was like, I need to sort of see that that it turned out well, because otherwise I don't know if this is the first time, otherwise I'm doing it. So I'm gonna show you how I starting off. So first and foremost, I have taken chickpea flour. So let me try and zoom this thing in a little bit. And chickpea flour together with water, and I have sort of mixed this a little bit together. And then I have left it inside of the fridge while I was doing some other stuff for around 2 hours. And I just using common type of chickpea flour. You can find this in, I don't know, actually, it depends on where you are located, but I found it in the common food shop. And then let me think what I'm taking now. Yeah, so I think I need to use a little bit more chickpea flour, because if you're taking, I'm gonna take a fork here, and just to see how this thing has sort of mixed up. So as you can see, it still is kind of watery. So I'm going to add a little bit more of this flour, just to make it a little bit more thick. And then I'm going to add also some olive oil. So I have some extra virgin olive oil that I'm adding to this. Maybe, okay, I'm not the best in this, maybe like 1 or 2 tablespoons. And also I'm gonna put olive oil into the pan that I'm going to be not frying, but like baking this, or whatever I should say. So olive oil is kind of good for the skin, so I mean, I'm just going to take the extra and put it on my hands, you know. So now I'm just mixing this together, and also I'm gonna take some bicarbonate, natrium hydrogen carbonate, I think it's called. So just this white type of baking powder, and this will just make the socca kind of rise a little. And by the way, I might be pronouncing socca totally wrong because I don't speak French, and I don't know so much about socca, but what I did here is that it's kind of a typical thing to eat socca together with, you know, you can eat it almost like a full lunch or whatever, because chickpeas have carbs and they have proteins and all these things. So, you know, it's like a delicatessen almost to make this. And what you can do is to have it, I had it with some kombucha, which is like fermented tea, and obviously some salad and tomatoes and red onion, and also you can put whatever spice you sort of like into this. So I'm also going to add some, because I'm in a hotel, so I don't have, what is it called? I don't have my spices and stuff. But I would actually, if I was making this in another place, I would add some herbal salt. But now I'm going to take some vegan and, you know, what is it called? Vegetarian? No. Vegetable stock. And I'm just going to, you could either take some hot water and mix it, you know, like let it sort of dissolve into the water, but I'm just adding it directly into this. So I have 2 of these packages, and I'm planning on making socca for the breakfast as well, you know. So once I'm going to bed, I'm going to leave some of this chickpea flour and water, you know, just leave it in the fridge overnight, and then I'm going to make some more of this in the morning. But I already have this in the afternoon, so I don't think I will be eating all of this myself, like once I have made it. But I just, you know, I'm making a batch because I can take these stuff with me back home after I'm shaking it here. So I'm trying now to just blend this up, and I'm gonna take the pan, just using a common type of pan, putting it on the heating stove, and then I'm going to take up the heat here, because you want to keep preferably like a hot pan when you're putting the Socca, I'm assuming, when you're putting this into the pan. And you don't want to put too thick layer. I would say maybe less than 1 centimeter across the entire pan, and then it's going to, you know, you need to leave it for a couple of minutes on each side, and then you're going to flip around the Socca and you know, let it sort of get some color on the other side. So I think that is it. I also have a red onion here that I might also let sort of, you know, be in the pan after I have had this in here. So I'm just gonna take a spoon now and sort of just let this olive oil sort of be across the entire pan. And then I'm just gonna take this, and I don't know if I can, I'm gonna see if I can show you what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna take some of this. I mean, I never had an intention of making, like, you know, food on camera, because I'm not a professional chef, and I'm neither a person who makes food often. Like, I eat very simply. So, but I want to show you this, you know, because as I said, this is the second time I doing this, and I don't mean to make these like perfect or anything, but these are really tasteful either way. So I think that is as much as I will put in the pan for now. So you see I'm leaving quite a lot in here, so I will make a couple of these, and then what I will do is that I'm going to take another fork, and I will put the fork, you can sort of, you know, do like this across the timing when you have this on in the pan. And I'm gonna put the fork like that and take one of these and put it on top here, so you sort of leaving it in the pan to make it more like heated. So let's see for how long this is going to take before the Socca is sort of fixed on one side. So I also made myself a cup of green tea. And by the way, imagine if I had a kitchen, I would be able to show you like so much vegan food, because obviously I love food, you know, I eat a lot, but I wouldn't say that I'm kind of a big person, but I do go to the gym and I don't drink alcohol or do such things. So, and those things are really bad, you know, if you're trying to maintain a good weight. So anyway, I'm going to slice up this red onion, and also I'm going to slice up or actually I'm not going to, because I have one, or maybe I will. I have one more tomato with me here, so I'm gonna slice up that tomato as well in very like thin slices, and I'm gonna put them afterward when I'm finished with this into the pan, and then I'm going to have that as a sort of side dish, oops, along with some spinach, you know. So I'm just going to slice up this red onion, and let's see how this Socca is going. So I was so surprised, because when I went to Nice, it was in, I think it was 2017. I didn't see this type of chickpea breads, and yet it seemed to be like that they are really popular there. And I love chickpeas, you know, I eat chickpeas on a daily basis, I would say. So I'm going to take another plate here and slice up the onion in half, and then just cut it into some pieces here. What's going on here? Okay. I'm just going to slice these things up into some pieces. Obviously, when you're doing this Socca, you need to pay quite a lot of attention to the pan. So I think I'm going to lift here. Whoops. I don't say I'm a perfect chef. Of course some of this gets stuck into the lead here, but that's okay from my part. And you will see that you don't have to worry, I would say, because once this actually getting, you should flip the Socca once everything has sort of settled on top of this, so you can feel safe that it's gonna be cooked really well. And I keep it on 7, the stove. So, and you can sort of, you know, of course, depending on your stove and sort of measurements here, I don't know what 7 is in temperature, but 7 is like a good, you know, because you're going to leave it for a couple of minutes on each side. And if you need, you can also add some more olive oil when you're doing this, you know. But I mean, if you are on a more like oil type of free diet, you don't need, and when I say diet, I mean like everyone has a diet, you know. If you're eating meat, well then that is a diet or whatever. So I'm gonna put back my chickpea into the freezer here and take out 1 tomato, and this one I'm going to wash and just slice it up as well. And I did exactly this in the afternoon and it was so good, like it was, yeah, I love this type of simple food. So now I think, whoops, this one is really hot. So I think I'm going to, whoa, okay. So I'm taking one of these. I'm going to try and show you what I'm doing here. So I'm just flipping it a little bit here on the sides, and let's see how I can do this now. This spoon or this fork is really heated, so I need to be careful. But yeah, you can see it has sort of detached itself from the bottom here and sort of have cooked itself. I think it needs to be maybe a couple of more minutes just, and then I can flip this thing around. Or maybe should I try it now? Let's try this. There you go, and I will drop some of this over here. So there you have one of the sides of this thing. I did use quite a lot of this thing, bicarbonate, but I'm gonna take the camera like this so I see what I'm doing here. So I would say that, as you can see, this one has definitely risen a little bit, and now I'm just pressing this one a little bit to the pan, so I'm sort of getting the you know, getting it kind of nice. I mean, you don't have to do this, it sort of is also depending on if you want it to be fluffy, which I'm assuming you might want. But again, you can put the lead on top of here, and that, and oh, I will take the fork here so I don't put it directly on the Socca. And then for the sort of other stuff that I have for this is just some red onion. Gonna slice up this one into nice, you know, pieces, and this is the rest here that I'm going to make more of these Socca. And by the way, I have been so much loving these water bottle because it is in glass and it's very like environment friendly. So should I look in here now? Yeah, I think this one is getting ready to be taken to the, actually, where should I put this thing? I need to put it somewhere. I think I need to take another plate. Okay, let's see how I can do this. I'll take another plate, put it over there, and now I'm gonna show you how this thing looks like once I flipping it out of the pan. And there you have it, Socca. In my version. I mean, I don't say that it's a perfect one, but this is just, you know, sort of. So again, I'm gonna add some olive oil and then I will put more of that. So I will put this camera here and we'll see how it goes. So let me try and fix the camera a little. So I will add a little bit more olive oil because you sort of want it to be a little bit fried, you know. And I'm assuming that when they actually making this in other places, like in the street kitchens in France, they probably using maybe, for example, rosemary, or if you want to make it more like a falafel style, you might add some spice cumin, and also I think they're using more oil. So as you can see, it should be quite thin layer if you really want to make it the best way. And then you just leave it in the pan. I love how it looks like, you see. So let me try this thing now so you can see how. So this one is, it's really good. Oh my god. I love chickpeas in every single way. And you can definitely make it more like fried if you want to. It's good. So while that one is in the pan, I think you're getting out of this sort of batch, I think I would get 4 of these, but it depends on how much you're making, you know. And you can totally, you know, flavor it up in whatever you feel you like. So I'm now using that vegetable stocking, but you can totally use something else as well, depending on your taste. But I saw that there was one girl, she used rosemary, and that's probably also very like South France, you know, type of style. Yes. Oh my god, I need to show you. These tomatoes, they are amazing. Like, they are like sun-drenched tomatoes, and they are so good. Okay, I love this kitchen. Honestly, I'm just so happy I'm here, you know. Like, I haven't had a kitchen now for, I don't know for how long. So again, I'm gonna show you, because I will show you this one, and then after that I'm gonna switch off the camera because it's going to be more than 20 minutes otherwise. So as you see, this one is sort of detaching from the pan, and I'm just sort of ensuring that it is detaching here. And now, as you see, it's sort of starting to lift off the pan. I think now I'm going to put that, how can I do this? I will put this one like that, and then I'm gonna put it like this. So it's just heating up a little bit more. But before 20 minutes, I'm going to show you what it will look like. So this is like this perfect thing you can make in the morning on a Sunday, you know, when you want to maybe have a little bit more of a time in the kitchen. And oh my god. So if you're making this Socca a little bit more like, you know, if you're using a little bit less of the of this mix, you will definitely get more like a crisp. I love this. I love oh my goodness. I love falafel. So this is almost like falafel, but another version of it. So, okay. So now, as I said, you need to be kind of watching your Socca. So can you, okay, now you can see. So as you can see, I'm lifting this one, flipping it, and lightly, I would recommend like lightly sort of pressing it to the pan. Not like this one I pressed too much, honestly. But this one, just a little. Leave it like that. Can you see how like amazing this looks like? Oh my god. Yeah, this is amazing. So I think, as you can see here, I have probably 1 or 2 left to make, and amazing tomatoes. So this is how you're making Socca or Socca. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I think I'm gonna end this video here, but if you want to try this out, definitely recommend it to you, and test it like on a Sunday or, you know, Saturday if you are in a Muslim country, and try, I mean, depending on when you have your off day, you know, basically. So because this is so good. So let me take this one and remove it from the stove, and I'm gonna show you final product. So there you have the golden Socca. And then I'm gonna make one more, but I'm gonna end the video here, and thank you.